This is Peter back with your Chi Alpha Daily devotional. Today we're talking about the spiritual discipline of simplicity. Simplicity is kind of an interesting spiritual discipline. It kind of straddles the line between consumerism and asceticism. Consumerism being the constant need to accumulate wealth, accumulate stuff. It's the American dream, right? Always having the best car, always having the best phone, always having the best life, right? So that's consumerism. And sometimes we even apply that to our Christianity, like being the best Christian we can be, and having the best Bible, and listening to the best speakers, and like becoming the best person we can, right? That's still consumerism, even with a Christian veneer, right? On the other side of the spectrum, you have like asceticism, which just throws off everything, right? You sell all your belongings and you have nothing. You are constantly fasting. You're, in many ways, very prideful about how detached from reality you are, right? Like you don't indulge yourself ever. You don't ever eat good things. You always eat only the healthiest things. It's these two things. Simplicity is right directly between them. It's actually not worrying. It's not worrying about having the best thing or making sure you have nothing, right? It's, as Jesus said, look at the birds of the air. They don't sow seeds or reap a harvest, but yet God still feeds them. And look at the lilies that are more beautiful than Solomon in even all of his splendor, yet they don't like toil or spin cloth, right? Jesus says, seek first the kingdom of God, and all of that stuff is going to be added to you. That's simplicity. Christian simplicity is seeking first God's kingdom and letting God add to you what he will, right? God is giving us stuff to steward, and Christian, the discipline of simplicity is accepting what God gives us to steward and stewarding it well, right? Not being obsessed with growing wealth, and not being obsessed with making sure you have nothing. It's just obsessing over God and his kingdom and letting everything else come. It's also not like a one size fits all, right? Christian simplicity is seeking first the kingdom of God at all times. And that's going to look different for different people, right? Some people, like the rich young ruler, will need to sell everything they have and go be a missionary somewhere. And that would be seeking first the kingdom of God for that person. Other people need to let go of various other things. And that's their way of seeking first the kingdom of God and living simply, right? It's really it's a pretty individual thing. But it's consistent in that it is receiving everything as a gift, and and not like owning anything. You can have possessions, but they cannot possess you, right? You can have possessions, but they cannot possess you. That is Christian simplicity, because you're constantly seeking first God's kingdom. You're not possessed by the things in your life. You're not possessed by growing constantly. So I want to challenge you guys to seek first the kingdom of God today. Pray right now and say, in what ways can I seek first your kingdom and your righteousness, God? Don't focus on anything else but God and his kingdom, and seeing his kingdom come to this earth. And we will see you guys in the next one.